guys, it's Yasa here on freebellydanceclasses.com. So welcome to a Q&A video today, and I'm going to be answering a question asked by Danny about a back issue. She said she's dealing with some serious back problems that she's had for a long time, and she's wondering how to deal with those as a dancer. And she's asking because I have mentioned before in one of my videos that I've had a back injury in the past, and so she said, well, how do you deal with that? The first thing is, back problems are obviously one of the worst things you can possibly deal with because your entire body depends on your back. So everything you really do, you are going to have to adjust it, you know. And you know, sometimes you're just dealing with back issues because of overuse or sitting too long, or you know, just the repetitive motion that you do in your life, and throughout time then it starts affecting your back. But a lot of times you're dealing with back issues because of an injury, and that's personally what happened to me. So it was this quick sudden thing, and I had to you know, deal with it, of course. So how do I deal with it, or how do you deal with it? And I'm going to talk from a personal experience here, but I'm sure everybody's got a different story and different things that they've tried that worked for them, or that didn't, or that helped, or that minimized pain, and so on. The first thing is, first of all, don't let that get to you. I mean, part of, you know, living life and moving is that you eventually going to hurt yourself someday, and that's okay. It's not the worst thing that's going to happen to you in life, you know. So it's all right as long as it's not you know, a permanent injury that is going to put you in a wheelchair. Then don't worry about it too much, you know. Just kind of live with it and then try your best and modify what you do in a way that's going to help you build the muscle tissue that you know, that needs to be built around the injured part, and also, you know, that is going to help minimize pain. Okay, so personally for me, first thing is I had to give up certain moves, and I had to give them up. Some I had to give up for good, and some I had to just give up temporarily until I healed. So be okay with that. There are certain things that are just going to be extremely difficult to do or impossible to do, and you can remove those from your practice, or you know, how you move your body in general, whether it's dance or not. And you know, just be accepting of that. You know, like for me, back bends are just a big no-no now, so I could never do those. I mean, I could, but it will be taking a big risk and with a lot of pain, so I just don't see why it's worth it. I don't want to deal with that again. So and that is actually originally how I hurt my back, is doing a back bend, and I thought I was completely warm and I wasn't warmed up, I guess, enough, or maybe it was just one of those, you know, freak things that happen. So give up some moves and be okay with it, and then, or quit some moves temporarily and then modify as you dance. You know, do something else, replacing with a different move. You don't have to do every move all the time. You know, these things are not necessary in life to just be doing everything, and don't take that hard on yourself if you can't. So that would be definitely the first thing I'd say, is be okay with that. The second thing is learn that, like, where the injury comes from and what caused it, because that is going to help you learn what to do to straighten the muscles, you know. So find out, like for me, it was one of my discs came out, and you know, when a disc comes out, it really injures all the muscle tissue that's around that disc. So for me, I had to build that muscle tissue around my disc. So find out exactly what caused your injury, and then, you know, learn what you need to do to straighten the muscles that you need to build to, you know, get that part of the injured part or the tissue around it strong again, so you can go back to doing those same moves that you were able to do before. And there are different ways, of course, to straighten the muscles around the injured parts, especially in your back. Stretching it is key because it loosens the muscle tissue. It gets tight after an injury. So definitely do lots of stretches. And the other thing is, you're gonna feel like once, you know, your back is injured, that your back is weak. You know, it's not going to be able to do as much as before for as long as it used to. So one way to compensate that is to straighten the opposite muscle that it's in front of your back muscles, and that supports it, because every muscle that's in front of another one supports it, and vice versa. So the muscle that's going to support your back muscle is going to be your abs. So definitely work on straightening your abs. Do a lot of ab workouts, and then that way the back that's going to be weak is going to get more strength and support from the ab muscles, and therefore it's going to be able to tolerate, you know, a long practice, long dance, and not feel as painful as quickly if you are not doing that. So that will be the second advice, is definitely learn what you need to do and straighten the opposite muscle that supports it. The other thing is focus on your nutrition, because the only way you're going to be building that muscle tissue around the injured part is by giving your body the right tools for that. And that is definitely a good nutrition. So, eat things that are high in protein, because that is what's going to build the muscle tissue, of course. And build things that are going to help absorb vitamins and minerals to your body, so they can help, build that muscle tissue. And that will be good fats. So definitely make sure you include some good fats in your diet. I would say lots of avocados, some nuts, because that really does help absorb the vitamins and minerals that your body consumes. So focus on your nutrition, and then you don't ignore it, because not everything is fixed by just a simple pill, Back injuries especially, they're long-term injuries. And so if you don't fix them and support the healing process in a way that is going to be permanent and long-term, you're just fooling yourself, and you're just basically putting a bandage on a problem, and it's going to come up eventually in the future, and you're never going to heal on a long-term basis. So those are main things, just to heal, of course, and continue to do what you do. I would really not encourage you to stop moving and dancing. I would say continue to dance, because dancing actually, especially belly dancing, really is great for your back. What you're gonna find is when you practice for a long time, you're gonna start to feel the pain, and that will be a good time to stop. But don't stop doing it completely. Just continue doing it, just in the right amount. And a lot of belly dance moves actually are core-based moves that support the back as well. So that's really good for you. So definitely do not stop dancing because of it. So those are my main things, I would honestly say. And really, things like back problems do take time. So be very patient. That's another advice I'll give you. Do not be one of those people it's all or nothing. Now that my back hurts, I'm not gonna do anything anymore. I see a lot of people do that, not just in dance, but like in workouts, in fitness, and then they just gain weight and just let themselves go, and then constantly blame it on the fact that they have a back problem, or they had a back injury. I had a back injury, and a severe one, that put me down for a very long time, when I had to stay on my back for a really long time and not even be able to get up or walk or even go to the bathroom. The bathroom has to come to me, So we all deal with these things, and they're part of life, but don't quit. Just modify, adjust, and straighten and heal and nurture your body so it actually can get back, because it can. It's not impossible at all. So don't quit and don't let yourself go. Okay? So those will be my advice. That will be my advice. And those are some ideas of things that I think are really important to do when you have a back problem as a dancer. Let me know what you think, and if you had any back problems before, what you did. Share, because a lot of people dealing with back issues today, and any advice you can share with them as a dancer will be super helpful. So post a comment below and let us know what you did and what helped you, and what you think about the things that I mentioned and said in this video. All right? So stay tuned for more videos to come up on freeballydanceclasses.com, and I'll see you next time. Bye!